My husband got real sick a while back, and my son and I end up at the CVS, and we're walking through the pharmacy aisles to buy some Mucinex, and in the corner of my eye, I see this bright pink box, and I turn and I look at it, and in puffy white letters, it says, Buzzy Butt. And in case you can't guess what's in the box, there's a silhouette of a giant butt plug on the cover. So my first instinct is to laugh like Beavis, because that's who I am, like, haha, butt plug. And then the voice of my 7-year-old, who just learned how to read and who inherited the same fucked up sense of humor that, like, defines our family, is like, Mama, what's a buzzy butt for? So this is a delicate situation, you know, and I don't want to lie to my kid, but sometimes he corners me with these difficult questions, and I panic and I lie and I make shit up. So I tell him, oh, buddy, that's a cork that you use when you have bad diarrhea so you don't poop your pants in public. And he's totally cool with that answer. He doesn't ask any more questions, but I immediately regret it because I like play that tape forward and I imagine the school nurse calling me, Mrs. Barlow, we have your son here with an upset stomach and he's asked us to call you to bring him a butt plug. So now I resent the CVS because, you know, we haven't had a lot of talks about sex yet. You know, he's 7. Like, we've covered some basic anatomy. Like, you saw me getting out of the shower one time and was like, you pee out of that hairball? You know, but beyond that, not a lot. And I really wasn't planning to start today here in the new dildo aisle at the corner store with anal stimulation. You know, because I feel like the window of innocence in our culture is so small, you know, and it's getting smaller all the time. And it's my responsibility as his mom to preserve that as long as I can. You know, I think that's sacred. And I didn't get that. My parents have struggled with addictions and their own demons my whole life, and that window was slammed shut for me really young. And I saw a lot of things no kid should ever see, and I experienced a lot of things that no kid should ever experience. You know, so I know what happens when that innocence is robbed, and I grew up to battle addictions and eating disorders and all kinds of self-destructive behavior. And I don't have a roadmap for being a parent, and I don't trust my instincts a lot of the time, but like, this butt plug feels over the line. So here I am in the CVS, and I decide I'm going to do what moms do, and I'm going to go talk to the manager. And dude, the irony that me, a woman whose whole personality is literally built on dick memes and diarrhea songs, is now the crusader for the butt plug thing. Like, how did I end up on this side of the war? But anyway, I walk up to the counter, I ask to speak to the guy, and he turns around and I'm like, listen, I don't want to be that guy, and I'm sorry, but, like, I kind of got a problem with the buzzy butt. Like, I got this little kid, you know, like, can we agree that the drugstore's for emergencies? Like, who needs an emergency butt plug? If you need an emergency butt plug, bro, you need to rethink your life. Like, you're probably doing too much meth at that point, right? Like, could we at least get it out of the line of sight of the kindergartners, maybe? And he laughs, and he's like, well, you know, I'll tell you what, there's nothing I can do, but I'll say something to my boss for you. And I'm like, oh, cool. So other people have complained, obviously. And he goes, no, but we've sold a lot of butt plugs. Solid gold. So in that moment, like, I felt like a total idiot. You know, I was like, good job, Karen. And, you know, I wondered if I made a mistake. And then, you know, I turn and I look over, and there's my little dude with his headphones on and this big old grin on his, like, you know, toothless potato face. And he's laughing at this cartoon. And I think, you know what? Nope. I'm not wrong, and I'm not sorry. And I turn to the guy, and I'm like, yeah, man, if you could say something to your boss, I'd totally appreciate that. Thank you. Because the truth is, every time I stand up for that little guy, I'm the grown-up that I needed, standing up for myself, and a little part of me heals inside every time. And I think that's how generational curses are broken. You know, you show up, you speak the truth, you do the next right thing, and then you do that over and over and over, one day, one butt plug at a time.